Hey, this is Deb Alps, DebAlpsSelect.com. So would you like to get more leads for your business and you're wondering why you're stuck, okay, period. And you can't really figure this out, and you know, you may be stuck maybe in your corporate job, self-employed, whatever it is, and you're wondering why you're stuck. Okay, so I'm going to go over in this short video the 4 quadrants and what specifically each one offers, and possibly why you're stuck and how to get unstuck. So anyway, keep on till the end. So the first quadrant is employee, and you can see behind me employee. Okay, so if you're an employee, you're working in the corporate world, right? Or you have a job, and you may be either working hourly or salary. Basically, your employer owns you. They own your time for the hours that they require you to be there. And quite often in the corporate world, you're working more hours than you've agreed to work. So let's say that you are on salary, right? And they are paying you for 40 hours a week. But let's say that they're working you 60 hours a week, okay? So in that case, they're working you 60 hours a week and you're getting, let's say, $20 an hour for simplicity's sake. You're getting $20 an hour. Well, if they're working you 60 hours a week and you're only getting paid for 40, you're really only making $15 an hour, right? That's just simple math. Now, if you're working 80 hours a week and you're getting paid $20 an hour, you're only getting paid $10 an hour, okay? And they can require you to do this. And a lot of times employers have found, and they do require you to work more hours, but they found that they can basically get 1.5 employees for 1 or 2 for 1, that type of thing. So anyway, basically they own you, they own your time. The second thing with being an employee is it's the highest taxed place to be in America. It's typically the highest taxed. Okay, so you're going to pay more taxes than any of the other 3, except maybe a self-employed person, but they do have some deductions that they can use as well. So speaking of that, let's move on to the self-employed person. And the self-employed person basically, and I've been in all 4 of these quadrants, by the way. The self-employed person is a personal service person, mostly. They could be a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant, or any other number of things, hairdresser, where the biggest thing with being self-employed is you own a job. Number 2 is the only way you can make more money is to work longer and harder. So you can't make, because it's just you doing all the work, the only way, you just have to work longer and harder to make more money. You have to see more clients yourself, and there's a limit to what you can do. You know, you can only do so many hours. You know, you may be working from 7 till 11, and you know, you got to get home and get some rest, and that's basically what's going on with that. Well, okay, so both of these quadrants, Robert Kiyosaki talks about both these quadrants, and basically with them, you know, you're not probably going to get anywhere. You're going to feel stuck. You're going to be frustrated. You're not going to have a lot of time with your family, and you're certainly not going to have any financial freedom. So how do you get the financial freedom? Well, you get to the other side of the quadrant. And like I said, Robert Kiyosaki, by the way, you know, has written many books. He's written Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and there's just a whole collection of books that he's written, and a highly recommended reading. Anyway, so he talks about the business owner. So what's different between this and this? Okay, and there is a huge difference here. First of all, the biggest difference is the fact that these guys can leave on a vacation for a month. If you want to know whether you're this or this, can you leave on a vacation for a month and still have your business run, still have it make you money, still be there? Is it an asset that makes you money whether you work or not? Right? Okay? If it's not an asset if it's not an asset that makes you money whether you work or not, then you're probably here. Okay, so how do you get here? Okay, first of all, you need to have systems. Okay, all business owners have systems. Okay. Number 2, mostly you need to know how to market. Number 3, you need to also scale. Okay. People that are in this category are at a scale. They scale. Okay. They have bigger businesses, more clients, more distributors for network marketing, they scale. Okay. And I highly recommend this one here because it's an asset that you're building whether you work or not. You're making money whether you work or not. So you get more freedom. Now the 4th one you get a lot of freedom with as well, and I highly recommend this one. I've been an investor as well, and I've been based specifically real estate investment. And this one here, you own assets that make you money whether you work or not. So basically in here you get cash flow from rental property or some other way of getting an asset basically that makes you money. You get cash flow. Plus with this one there's a huge tax advantage as well as this one. With this one here you've got your depreciation deduction that incidentally if you're an employee goes against earned income. So instead of claiming one like you claim yourself, you may be able to claim 10 or 12 people, 10 or 12 exemptions, and which will actually put more money in your pocket every month. So I highly recommend this one as well. But anyway, the biggest thing is a lot of you cannot get here till you go through here. Okay, you need to get the systems. You need to understand marketing. You need to understand how this works. Okay, so if you like this video, you kind of understand a little bit more about what Robert Kiyosaki is talking about in his books, and a lot of you are readers of different books or in his books. Go ahead, and I'm doing one-time free. Actually, for a very short period of time, I'm doing a free coaching call. You can either call me, go to my page and call me and leave a message because I'm oftentimes with other clients, or you can also put stuck in the bottom of this post, and I will get back to you and we'll set up a free coaching call to where you can learn how to learn how to get to this point here instead of being this point here where you're working endless hours, or this point here when you're working endless hours and not getting paid for it. Anyway, if you got value from this, comment in the comments below, like and share this, and we will see you in the next video.